After hearing tactical actions, we also need to look out for factors that influences the likelihood of rivals' attack. Can you please tell us more about it, Ms. Linaak and Mr. Rituerto?
The likelihood of attacks can be grouped into the following strategies. The first one is the first mover incentives. These actions categorizes the firms with a marketplace based on the timing of their competitive behavior. This firm takes an initial competitive action in order to build or defend its competitive advantages or to improve its market position. Firms of this nature believe that innovation will improve the strategic actions and gain the needed market share. They make additional investment and resources for new innovative products through research and development and intensive advertising campaigns to win meetings for the consumer. So the pioneer of first strategy, mover strategy, they are the first one who produce the product on this market. The characteristics of first movers are often built upon a strategic foundation of superior research and development skills, and they tend to be aggressive and willing to experiment with the innovation, and they tend to take higher and yet reasonable risks. One example of the first mover strategy is Amazon and eBay. The first mover have the following advantages. The first is consumers' loyalty to the product is developed. The firm that introduces the new innovative product develops customer loyalty. The next firm could not easily penetrate the market unless they introduce more superior product at lower price than the initiator. And second one is a satisfied customer become committed to the product. Satisfied customers do not easily be persuaded to try new products when they have committed themselves to the products of the first mover. Imitators or second mover strategy. The next firm introduces the kind of products where the initiator is likely to produce products that are imitations of the first mover. Since the imitation or second movers have the time to study the pioneer strategy, it allows them to avoid spending substantial investment in research development. They can imitate and modify the first mover product without violating patents, whereas modified and improved products may be different features and design. And the advantages of the second movers are they avoid the problems and mistakes of the pioneers of the first mover, and develop the technologies and efficiencies that are more superior, and create products that create customer value. Second movers respond to the first mover, typically through imitation, is more cautious than the first mover, and they tend to study customer reaction to product innovation. They also tend to learn from the mistakes of the first mover and reducing its risks.
The second factor that affects the likelihood of rival attack is organizational size strategies. This strategy describes how an organization's size affects its likelihood of taking competitive action. So, what is the difference between large and small firms in terms of their likelihood of taking competitive actions? So, big companies used to sit on their confident that the competitors could not easily overtake their size, while smaller organizations are more likely to launch competitive actions. Smaller firms can easily penetrate the technology advantage of the big firms. In smaller firms, flexibility enable niche allow them to develop greater variety in their competitive actions as compared to the large organizations. And large firms have a greater likelihood to initiate competitive and strategic actions over time because they often have greater slack. However, they tend to rely on limited variety of competitive actions, which can ultimately reduce their competitive success. The competitive strategies of smaller firms against its competitors are: first, lower investment costs in research and development; second, lower fixed and overhead expenses; third, technology and resource based through imitations; fourth, quicker and flexibility in action and response; and the last one is lower product price with new features.
Product quality strategy. It describes how quality affects competitive and the need for the managers to create an organizational culture that focuses on quality across all value chain activities. Quality is the production of goods and services with knock-on effects, involving a never-ending cycle of continuous improvement. In strategic objectives, quality refers to how the firm produces products that exceed customer expectation in the eyes of the customer. Quality means doing the right things relative to performance measures that are important to them. Quality is a primary reason to stay in the market. Customers will consider buying the products when they believe that the product quality can satisfy the base level of expectation. Customers' perception of quality products. Number 1 is performance. Number 2, product features, flexibility, performance, durability, aesthetics, and serviceability.
Total quality management became the focus of the most competing firms in order to sustain the development of quality products to its customers. It is the process through the use of data-driven strategies and problem-solving. It also involves groups and teams empowerment through employees' commitment to quality products.